Good day, everyone. I am Christine, the moderator for this webinar. I welcome everyone to today's webinar, Excel Spreadsheets Ensuring Data Integrity and 21 CFR Part 11 Compliance 2025. I would like to introduce our presenter for today, David Nadeldon. Computer System Ventilations Principal, David Nadeldon is an industrial leader, author, and teacher for 21 CFR Part 11. I would now like to hand over the floor to the speaker. Over to you, David.
Hey, thank you so much and welcome everyone. We've got Part 11, the US law, which is equivalent to Annex 11, the European law. So that's the same there. HIPAA is protected health information, and you can't be HIPAA compliant until you're first Part 11 compliant. In this webinar, we're going to learn how to create an Excel spreadsheet application that's GxP compliant. GxP means L for laboratory, laboratory animals, C for clinical trials, human beings, or M, manufacturing. Whatever the GxP is, the rules are all the same. Those are also called the predicate rules. It's the rules that came before Part 11. So we're going to understand how to validate an application using our fill-in-the-blank templates. Okay, I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions as we configure Excel's built-in audit trail. So our agenda is going to be how to develop a spreadsheet application. Then we're going to figure out how to validate it. And then we're going to have our workshop in Excel where we do it all live in Excel. Okay, why are spreadsheets so popular? Well, everyone's got Excel and there's really no competition for it. Google Sheets are trying. Spreadsheets are used for all kinds of things. We use it to compile lists, create small databases. Spreadsheets are a repository for critical data and for making critical decisions. Why is compliance a problem? Many companies don't even know that people are using spreadsheets in their company. Okay, often someone will create a quick and dirty spreadsheet application with the idea of replacing it soon, but that doesn't happen. What happens is multiple people start using copies of it, none of which are validated, none are on the software inventory, they don't all work the same. Many users feel that the spreadsheet is doing nothing more than acting as a calculator, and they don't think it's a software application that needs to be validated. How do you develop a spreadsheet application that includes all the requirements of Part 11? There's 6 things you have to do. Let's look at them one at a time. First, use of the application must be restricted to just the intended users. Number 2, the application must contain a version designation. Number 3, the application must have cell protection. Number 4, the application must have data entry checks for data entry cells. The application must have an audit trail. Finally, number 6, the application must format the data output to meet the data requirements. But then we got to validate our spreadsheet. Now, validation is the establishment of document evidence that a system or process does what the users need it to do. Okay, so let's take a look at the 10 risk-based validation documents. It starts off with user requirements. Number 6, this is where the risk-based approach comes in. The risk-based approach is the only way to go for any kind of COTS validation. How do you validate a spreadsheet application? Well, the spreadsheet software Excel does not require validation, but the workbook application does. Being developed, and then we write a functional spec. Number 5, we write our test protocol, which is primarily test cases. We have positive and negative tests, and we want to make sure that all of the automatic mitigations are being done. Approve all the documents created so far. So you're going to create those documents, and now you're approving them so that you can now execute the test cases. Write a use of SOP that provides instructions for each type of user. Now, let's say a user, they save their data, and when they save their data, they can't overwrite the template. Let's say that in January, you used a 1.0 file, but in February, you come out with a 1.1. Okay, here's some example of requirements. R1, user security, R2, audit trail, okay? And then R3 can't be electronic signatures, so R3 is something else that you want it to do. Specs are much bigger and thicker and detailed. Test cases are very short. Do something, verify something, print something. It's very simple. You don't have to write test scripts. How to turn on the audit trail is a 2-step process, and it's kind of odd. How to view the audit trail is also a 2-step process. It's not called audit trail ever. It's called track changes in one place. It's called history in another. And these Excel terms can be a bit confusing. So we haven't turned on the audit trail. All we've done is turn on the length of time of the audit trail. Then the second icon we need is protect and share workbook. And that one is going to give us a dialog box. The third command we need back as an icon is track changes. Now, track changes gives us this track changes dialog box, we have to unselect all checkboxes and then add just the last one, list changes on a new sheet. That will allow you to see the audit trail as its own worksheet, and that's really beautiful. So we're going to do all these things together right now. We want to make sure that you get the most out of this. Once you learn how to do this, you can do it for every version of Excel. So good luck out there with it. Thank you for your participation today. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, David. That concludes the session for today. Thank you everyone for participating. You may all disconnect now and have a great day ahead.
Thank you, Christine. Bye-bye.